Hello friends, this is Sneha. Welcome to Learn Java with Sneha. In this video, I will be discussing about interview questions on object-oriented programming. So let's start with the first question. The first question is, what's the difference between procedural programming and object-oriented programming? So procedural programming focus on doing things, that is functions, whereas object-oriented programming focus on the data. So in procedural programming, as the focus is on functions and just doing things, data hiding is not supported. Hence, the data is not secure. As in procedural programming, the data can be global, so you do not get the security. Whereas in object-oriented programming, data hiding is supported. Hence, your data is secured through encapsulation. Procedural programming follows top-down approach, whereas object-oriented programming follows bottom-up approach. Procedural programming makes program more complex, whereas in object-oriented programming, the problem of complexity is resolved. Procedural programming do not support reusability, whereas object-oriented programming supports reusability using inheritance. Next question is, what is object-oriented programming? So object-oriented programming is a programming paradigm based on the concept of objects. Through objects, we can bind data and functions together. Object-oriented programming supports features like abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism, through which we can achieve data security, code reusability, and extensibility. The next question is, what is object? I have mentioned the link in the description box for what is object video. In that video, I have explained what is object, what are the different characteristics of an object with ample of examples. So what is object? An object is a real world entity which has a well-defined structure and a behavior. What are the different characteristics of an object? Every object has 4 characteristics, that is state, behavior, identity, and responsibility. State is current values given to all the attributes of an object defines the state of an object. Behavior is number of operations performed on an object which results in change in the state of an object. Identity is a unique property of an object which differentiates it from other objects. Responsibility is the role that object serves in the system, that is responsibility of an object. What are major pillars of object-oriented programming? Object-oriented programming supports 4 major pillars, that is abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism. Now in this case, if the interviewer has asked just list the major pillars or what are the major pillars of object-oriented programming, you just have to list them. In case interviewer asks you brief about a particular feature, then only brief it. So answer the question depends on how it is asked. Do not give the answer extra or less. The next question is, what is abstraction? The abstraction is providing the essential information and hiding the complexity. In abstraction, we consider only the attributes which are required in the current scenario and we ignore the rest. Give real life example of abstraction. So when you drive a car, we can only see the model of a car with all controls which are given outside. So when we start the car, we start it using a key, but we really don't bother how actually the engine starts. So all the complexities of car are hidden and we know how to use it through public interfaces which are provided outside. That is abstraction. The next is, what is encapsulation? Encapsulation is data hiding. Encapsulating data and corresponding methods into a single module is called encapsulation. Give real life example of encapsulation. That is air condition. In order to operate AC, we use remote control. Through buttons on remote control, we can switch on or switch off AC. We can increase or decrease the temperature. But we don't bother that what actually happens inside when the AC is on or off, or how the temperature gets changed and all. So all implementation details are hidden from the user. That is encapsulation. Differentiate between abstraction and encapsulation. So abstraction solves the problem in the design level, whereas encapsulation solves the problem in implementation level. In abstraction, we ignore the data which is not required and consider only the aspects which are required for the current system. In encapsulation, we bind the data and methods as a single unit, and data can be hidden from the outside world through access specifiers. What is inheritance? Inheritance is the process by which one class acquires the properties and the functionalities of another class. Child or subclass acquires all properties from the parent or the superclass, plus child class can have its own properties as well. That is inheritance. Real life example of an inheritance. In the real world, a child inherits the features of its parents, such as beauty of a mother and the intelligence of father. What is advantage of inheritance? So there are two advantages of inheritance, that is reusability and extensibility. Reusability is the functionalities which are already defined in the parent need not to define again, but it can be reused. Extensibility is as per the need you can create a new child class with the new extra features. What is polymorphism? Polymorphism means many forms. Different objects react to the same message in different ways is known as polymorphism. Real life example of polymorphism, that is oven. In oven you can bake a cake or cook a rice or just make water or milk hot. For all these different things, to your oven you will use a start button. But for all these things to bake in an oven have different implementation and settings. So depends on the object you want to bake or different temperatures and timings you need to set, and depends on that you get different results. But the start button will remain common for all of them. That is polymorphism. So in this particular video of interview questions on object-oriented programming, I have covered most of the topics from object-oriented programming features. Questions may be asked in different ways, but I have tried to cover all topics. So whenever the question is asked, first try to understand the question and then answer it properly. As I said, when you answer the question, listen it carefully. Do not give answer with any extra information or not a less information. In case you have not yet watched object-oriented programming video, I have mentioned the link in the description box. So you can go through the video of object-oriented programming where I have explained all features of object-oriented programming along with examples. Thank you for watching my video.